All right. Let's go in three, two, one.
Right. So Chroma versus Teo?
Yep.
Alright, so we're spawning on... Oh my gosh, that's Bomb Island, right?
I think it was Stonewatcher.
Oh, Stonewatcher.
Yeah.
Windfall Path to Goma. By the way, Path to Kale Demos. Windfall to Mulgera. Okay, so no Western. No
Great
Great
fish.
Fish. Wait, what was the other one?
No Bomb Island, no Cliff Plats.
Oh, Bomb
Um,
Island, no Cliff Plot.
and then I think no Thorn as
Needle
well.
Rock.
Yeah, Hookshot at Needle Rock. That's a nice hint. Um, Wallet not required. That's another good one in the mail. Knocks out two checks there. It's kind of a
And
slow
that
one.
was
No, the
from Dig
first,
Up Dirt Patches.
yep, that first check in Wind Temple.
Diamond Set Maze. That is
Cheese, and then
Alright, so no Boulder
Shield
Chest.
possibly required. Interesting. So maybe Angular instead. That's usually what I tend to think, but it could also just have like a Picto or a wallet. Hard
Yeah,
to be
but
sure.
I mean, shield is so important, so.
Yeah, of course.
Alright, so Chroma looks like Chroma's going to Mother and Child at the start. Yes.
And
The
Tio is as
spiky.
well. So, not going for storage. That could be controversial. We'll see.
Alright, getting a nice
Uh,
spoils bag off the rip.
Yeah, reminiscent
I know
of
someone
last
does.
seed. The race we saw between yourself and Joash had the spoils bag at Mother and Child that ended up causing Joash a lot of
I I
pain.
do I do agree with this going to Windfall early because Windfall is already we know it's path to 2 different dungeons, so there's a very high chance of getting something. Oh, looks like we're super swimming first. Okay, okay. So
Yeah.
safe's coming from
Also,
Windfall.
Theo having
So
trouble getting camera lock, but finally getting it soon.
Oh,
yeah,
so
there it
Tio's
is.
doing the super swim. Okay. Well,
So
Crumb is opting to go to Northern. Northern Fairy is always Sphere 0 and you require 0 items to do it. And you're always going to full clear. It's nice. I do think I preferred clearing stuff on Windfall before swimming off. Because
yeah.
essentially we just warped and did nothing, so...
So if I could try to get into the runner's head here, partially because I am the I know what I'm doing. We'll see in a second why. I guess I know I shouldn't spoil. I'll leave it up on
Yeah, I
stream.
don't remember Northern Fairy being... Okay, so it has a bottle. I don't remember
Yeah.
Northern Fairy being hinted as having anything, though.
So yeah, it was definitely not hinted. It was just there's a different reason for coming to this island. So the only other reason that most people would come to Northern is because there's also a submarine here. Getting the early spoils bag, where you can get 2 spoils instantly. That's probably
True.
the only other reason. I know there was also the faster strat where could have swam to the submarine then jumped to the island, but opting for the slower routing instead. Um, Meanwhile, Tio finally making his way into Rockspire, so took some time
Yeah,
getting the swim
so...
off, but
Yeah, getting an early
Where's
spoils bag
disconnect?
does make sense. I mean, now I can get more stuff on outset, so this will be a Knight's Crest in the submarine. Unfortunately, don't... Well, you could kill the moblins, and, well, attempt to kill the moblins, and try to get a,
oh
Oh,
no! Well,
yeah, so I can see this. I can see this because, there's a chance they drop a pearl. I believe it's 50% chance. And then you can get another spoil from that, but it's not guaranteed. Oh well, it looks like we got some nice. So
yeah, good
you can
RNG
get a
there.
nice skull necklace there, and then jumping across. Really, you just have to press target, and then that'll store your angle. Um, or you can do that, yeah. So
Yeah,
basically, what's really annoying about boomerang is that when you are super swimming to when your item's sliding into a corner, you don't actually. It doesn't face forwards. It just moves the dot. Also, what did Theo?
Theo got
What
his,
did
his
Theo?
hook shot.
Tio, yeah, there was nothing at Rockspire, unfortunately.
There's nothing. Okay.
Yeah, and then choosing to warp away from Rockspire as well, not opting to swim. So interesting there. But now it looks like Tio's opting for the early windfall. That does make a lot of sense with the double hint.
Yes. So,
Meanwhile,
all right. It looks like Chroma is going to Outset as the first island to try to clear, while Tio is opting for Windfall. I really like Tio's play because of all of the hints. Yeah.
yeah, there's just so much to
Okay.
do at Sphere Zero Windfall. I have to imagine if
Remind me again. What all the dead islands? Remind me one more time.
so it looks like Western, Thorned, Bomb Island, um, Great Fish. Uh, I didn't write them all
Great
down.
Fish,
I was trying to
Western.
look at the
Okay, okay.
trackers. Yeah.
Also, was that a nice little Iron Boots
Yes,
from
that's
from
Iron
Tio?
Boots on Tot.
Hot.
So that's already Wind Temple to or Windfall to Wind Temple, possibly satisfied.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's done. So Windfall to Wind Temple's already finished. We don't know Windfall to Goma unless Wind Temple leads to
Oh
Earth Temple,
no.
or it could be an Ice Ring. So the hints really start to split off at that point. Windfall path hints are really tough to figure out.
And
Oftentimes they don't really help you. But it does tell you to go to Windfall, because Windfall's just so busted with 2 path hints. Nothing from Chroma on Orca. Let's see what the rest is. But yeah, both players just going to a different island. Okay, so now I can heal Grandma. So that is nice. Getting
yeah,
the bottle early.
a lot of later sphere checks being done, which is kind of nice because you full clear so often in these settings, but we already saw some of the spoils gambling, losing time on the submarine, and then Orca having nothing. Definitely liking Tio start here a little more. Let's see what's in this jail maze. I genuinely can't remember. Oh, command
Command
melody.
Melee. That will
Enough.
be important for Wind Temple. You do need to control Makar to get past the first few rooms. That is mandatory. Okay, so we've already gotten 2 different Windfall to Wind Temple. So far this is working out pretty well for Tio.
Yeah, you have to wonder with those items so early, is Wind Temple going to be in Logic before one of the Dragon Roost or Forbidden Woods?
Could be.
That'd be
Unfortunately,
interesting.
none of these items actually do anything yet. They're because Wind Temple is one of those annoying dungeons. They're basically the first 3 dungeons require almost nothing to get into, and then the 3 later ones require a lot of items. And Wind Temple is one of those where a lot of them are kind of just throwaway items, where it's like, okay, I need this, and I need this, and I need this. Okay, finally we're in. But a lot of them don't actually do anything. Iron Boots, really, you can skip Iron Boots altogether. Um, I think there's only one use of Iron Boots in the entire Wind Temple, and that's just one room to get
Yep.
past.
Yeah, that chest won't spawn without Iron Boots, but you can bypass it in every other way. And Tio found a leaf! So, um, Sphere
Huh.
Zero in the House of Wealth. That could be the Dragon Roost path. That could be an additional Wind Temple path. We're already getting a lot of
I
items and
believe Leaf is required to get to the boss key for Goma.
I believe that's correct. Yeah, it's leaf or fire and ice arrows, so it's definitely part of the logic. That
Could
could
be.
satisfy it. Um,
Alright, let's see what Chroma gets from the spiky. Using the item slide clip to get into the cave. Oh, a Picto box. Okay, that's pretty nice.
yeah, that's gonna mean going back to Windfall after putting it off. It's gonna get to clear all the Picto checks,
Mm.
and 2 of the spoil checks, which is
Yeah,
kind of
this is
nice, but
Tio, which is opting to clip into Lenzo. Getting a...
a Tingle statue.
So, Lenzo Right had a Tingle statue. I believe that's his first.
Yeah, Tingle not hinted dead, unfortunately, so we'll have to wait and see what he has in store for us this seed.
Looks like
You know,
Chroma's forgot to get the spoil.
Uh, I think he did. I did get it on the before getting the grandma mail. So,
Chroma did,
oh
yeah.
yeah, there's
Yeah, he
the
got
15
the
chew on the X button right now. Actually, you can see.
Okay, okay.
Um,
And Tia warping from Windfall instead of super swimming.
yeah, interesting. That's the second
Interesting.
time we've seen him warp from a swimmable island. Brockspire first, and now Windfall. But
Yeah, and actually, I would call Windfall probably the easiest island to swim off, even with Boomerang. Boomerang does make a super swimming annoying because you have to hold target, or if you release target after leaving first person, you just re-enter and lose all your speed. So Boomerang's a pretty annoying item, sliding item, but there's a lot of ways to get around it.
And you have to wonder, one of the ways to get around it is just using the leaf to check both these checks at Forest Haven. We know Tio does have the leaf, but he's opting for the odd shot. A little bit of a swag strat here. We'll see if he pulls it off. And it is slightly faster than the old way of just getting both these chests, but I'm not sure if it's faster if you have the leaf.
Okay,
Um,
so Private Oasis has a delivery bag.
yeah, Private Oasis was a hint, so that could be our path to Forbidden Woods, but we
Yeah,
know that's not
it's
going to be the
path
leaf.
to Kalimos, yeah.
So possibly the
That could also
grapple.
be a lot of things. That could be many, many different things. However, we do know that
And
Windfall had leaf, so it's not the leaf, so it has to be grapple or
Tio gets
something.
it.
Nice.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
nice
so
from Tio.
yeah, we know that delivery bag is gonna lead to grapple.
And another single
And
Second single
statue.
statue.
tingle statue. Two.
So
Alright, two tingle statues. And it looks like we're just heading to first dungeon. So Forbidden Woods is doable even without grapple because of item sliding. It's really cool. Pretty hard though.
Let him cook.
A lot of
yeah,
disconnects. Oh, unfortunate.
yeah, I think Tio at some point put a disconnect counter in his all dungeons runs, and it was getting up to like 50 by the end of the run. Um,
Yeah.
so Tio face oh, and there's another one. Definitely some
The
external
Wi-Fi
obstacles.
interference could also be there's a specific thing called a receiver in the gamepad that sometimes needs to be replaced and that can fix disconnects.
I do know that Tio recently has bought some new Wii U's, and it's going to be testing out to try to iron out these gamepad issues. So.
Also, I don't exactly agree with this from Tio. Generally, if this chest is foolish, you really don't want to jump down, even with storage. It's going to be faster to just take the normal way up because jumping down's pretty slow.
I definitely agree. Because then you can also peek the second chest, and if it's dead, you save a lot of time. And now Tio has to
Yeah.
commit.
Let's see
Um,
if it pays off.
and
Second chest dead, yeah, so it
yeah,
really would have ended up being faster, just not even jump down. Alright, so Chroma's finally doing a windfall trip. Gonna have a bit of an advantage because you're gonna add in, really, I think it's just one check.
And
Unless
Tio
we get...
falling back down.
oh, Tio, I think it's three checks,
Teabagging for
both
it.
spoils and the Pompey and Vera. So,
Right,
um,
this spoils. Yeah,
a little bit of
I think...
gambling. We saw the green shoes did not pay off. Orca did not pay off. So far, the spoil investing in these early spoils from Chroma has not been a good choice. Um, Meanwhile, Tio is already in the dungeon. So
I'm really liking this from Tio. Tio going to windfall early, and that really paying off, because now Tio's already in a dungeon before Chroma.
I'm gonna see. First try storage last time. How is storage gonna fare again? Um, Very nice. It's you have a lot of all dungeons experience, but adding these storage routes. Oh,
Oh, no!
stored
It's
Oh
not.
no!
getting
What? He
eaten.
just gets storage again. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Yeah,
That's
the
very
animation of
funny.
Link getting eaten up took away his storage. Basically any cutscene will take your storage away.
Oh no, the second try storage is not being friendly. There it is. Through the gamepad disconnects.
I think Tio knew how to back that up and retry. Getting
Alright,
the
and
same
storing a
items
spiky
Tio's already
chest.
gotten. Yep,
So,
store this. So we're gonna have to figure out from the tracker what this ended up being. So it looks like Tio's doing the small key skip. Chroma's making it day, so we can check Pompey and Vera, I believe.
oh, he's going to
Has it?
Dampa first. Gonna go with his four
Oh,
skull
that too. Yeah,
necklaces.
you're right.
Yeah,
Both of
Grandma
those.
had an additional skull necklace. Oh my! Tio almost avoiding his head. I didn't know if he knows how dangerously close that was. And then he misses the cycle. Oh, that's tragic. Um, but good backup. Reacts well to Full Leaf. Um, there have been many tragic times where we've seen runners not Full Leaf fall in the water, not know how to back it up, and lose their storage. But Tio, very calm, just teabagging his way through. And let's see if the spoils investment pays off. Hurricanes. Oh,
Hurricane spin, the bait.
uh,
Always looks like a sword, but of course it's not. Alright, so pretty much we already know what everything's gonna be, except we don't know what Pompey and Vera are gonna give. So we know Chroma's gonna get another... It's gonna get the leaf from here. And I believe a Tingle statue. I could not tell if that was Spiky from Tio. It looks like it
was. Yeah. Now the
It's a
P
pretty
hats
cool
can be
strat
mean.
to skip grapple here. So yeah, basically grapple is completely not needed for this dungeon. So literally you just enter Forbidden Woods with just Leaf and do the entire dungeon. Very broken.
And he
Oh,
picks
yeah,
up the
coupling.
wallet.
Wallet, okay.
Which
Very
is
interesting. We know the wallet mail was hinted dead, but that was in the Wind Temple. So
And that's a
uh,
different wallet, so Tia should be able to recognize that this is also dead. Chroma opting to clip in. So it's only a few seconds faster to clip into Lenzo. It's quite a bit difficult and a bit finicky, but that time save can matter.
yeah, you get to skip.
It's only faster if you get it first try.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
nice.
only
You get to skip
you guys
talking to
just get some
Lenzo,
real time.
and you get to skip the extra cutscene second time.
Yeah,
And
though you are taking extra time to clip in versus just entering the door manually, so.
there's
Turns
give
out
and
it's only a
take.
few seconds. As it looks way faster, but actually it's only a few.
And Tio
Alright,
picking
getting
up
a
the.
shield from Tio. I'm trying to remember where the other... Oh, no, that's what that was hinted as a shield. Okay, okay. We know
Yes.
that from the hints. We know it's possible
Oh,
to try.
hey!
Oh,
Look who's there.
Hello, Tio.
Hello.
We're doing a non-spoiler, just kind of recommentating, watching
oh,
the
nice.
race. And especially Alberto getting some fresh eyes on it. It's really nice.
Hello.
Alright, so let's see what Pompey and Vera is, because Tio did not have the Picto, because the Picto was on Outset, which Chroma has been to, Tio's not. Getting
Master
a sword,
Sword.
okay.
So useful, but doesn't open any checks. Just gonna make the combat a little easier. But can't say that's the most. After investing in all these spoils checks and strange routing, still the most useful item is the leaf, which both runners have now.
Alright, Chroma's going to go ahead and safety save on Windfall and do a bunch of saves coming. Looks like he's going to... Yep, just gonna... Oh, just peeking... Oh, attempting to peek Crescent Moon.
Yeah, looks like wasn't
second
confident
try.
on the first peak. Had to.
But not enough speed to keep going. It's a really cool peek if you can get it. It's pretty difficult, though, to get it to not sploosh while trying to peek Crescent.
Meanwhile, it looks like Tio marked on his tracker. He stored bombs, so that spiky chest was bombs. That's a really nice find in Forbidden Woods, especially
Huh.
coming up to a check just like this. Able to
That's
bypass.
really, really nice. Bombs is just overall a really good item, especially in dungeons, because you can use it to get storage off of chests. It also leads to mail, so we'll have to see what that is. Chroma's going to oh man, to Horseshoe. I almost said Crescent Moon.
Oh, the P hat destroys Tio in the water there.
I know.
Unfortunate, but narrowly avoids getting hit again.
Gotta be careful here with Boomerang, it just always messes
Getting the
with you when
swag
you're
cut
item flying.
boomerang. Nice.
Yeah, that's very clean jump. And then that looks.
Can't really see what this chest is.
Yeah, what is that? Looks blue.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
And-
no keys are required in Forbidden Woods. You can skip all of them. So anything that's blue, just don't even open it.
And now Tio
Yep.
has his options of boss key skips. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see which one he chooses. But
Yep.
since he
Yeah,
picked up
there's
The
two
bombs,
slide
options.
version and there's the storage version. Storage version just a few seconds faster than item sliding if you get it first try.
we know Tio and all dungeon savant gonna be very comfortable with the item slide version. So I wouldn't be
For
surprised to
sure.
see him go with that instead.
It looks like Chroma's still not getting anything from Horseshoe, but there's 4 total checks, so I'm sure he'll find something.
Picking up the leaf again, really committing to these spoils early. So far has not yielded any results, but maybe Hoskett will change
Wanting
that.
to go for item slide first, but then it's spiky. Tio
Oh,
coming back, get it.
Yeah, that's all dungeons muscle
Yep.
memory.
power
Alright, we get
bracelets.
power bracelets. That unlocks a few things, but not a lot because Tio already has bombs. So really, I believe it only unlocks the big pig. That's it.
And if I'm not mistaken, Big Pig was hinted dead this seed. So that
Oh,
those
so then
power
it doesn't even do anything. Huh.
yeah, those are
Well,
some useless power bracelets, unfortunately. But
no, nothing. Yep,
um,
because Earth Temple is not in logic, so we don't even need it for that one.
Tio
Skipping
going
the boss
for
isn't
item slide away.
very
nice. Good
nice.
skip.
Cleanly
Alright,
executed.
going to platforms.
Here's me struggling with boomerang.
Oh no. Kalidimos getting a nice hit in as well.
I would have preferred grapple. That's true.
The optimal fight for this, I believe even a task can do 1 cycle on the boomerang. I've never seen it before. The best I've gotten is all but 1.
Yeah, I think I've gotten 3 is pretty common, but 2 and 1 is exceptionally rare. I've never one cycled. But Tio, a little bit of a slow Demos, but able to still confirm the one cycle with the hero sword, which is definitely the most important part of that strat. Um, the biggest potential
Oh,
time
Chroma
loss.
picking up a really nice bow right there.
What a
So
cool
basically,
bow.
Chroma's up on the overworld, Tio is up a dungeon. Oh, not enough speed. Oh, but it doesn't matter. We've
Yeah,
already seen what's there, luckily.
very very fortunate undercharge.
Alright,
Yeah,
so it
it
looks like
looks
now
like,
Chroma's
yeah.
doing Forbidden Woods. We'll see if Chroma knows the optimal strategy for this island. Looks like it, yeah. So basically, with Leaf, you can basically just take this tornado all the way up and go backwards, and then peek the chest at the top. This or Oddshot are still allow you to clear the island completely. Oddshot, I prefer if we don't have Leaf. So.
I'm noticing Tio warping again. Beetle swim is not my favorite swim, especially with only boomerang or
Yeah, it's
boomerang
pretty
and
hard.
bombs, I
With bombs, it's
suppose.
nicer, though.
It is
It's nicer,
nicer,
Yeah.
but
but, yeah.
this is the
And
third
it's
time we've
very
seen
nice that Tio
Tio.
has bombs, at least. So, that makes item sliding a lot better. With Boomerang, you can just pull bombs when you have enough speed. 99 bombs with double bomb bag. I did not see what was on this leaf.
It was statue.
Yeah, I believe we saw Tio pick it up, the Tingle
Oh,
statue
yeah,
earlier.
the
Oh,
Tingle statue. That's right, that's right.
and Tio finds a bow in the mail. I believe that was from one of them. That was not Orca. Orca gave him a bait bag.
Is it from the
Uh,
bombs?
yes, it was bomb mail. Um, and now this is
So
the
we already know
hinted.
where 2 bows are.
And then he
Oh,
picks up the.
another Tingle statue. I believe that's the 3rd, so Tio can check Tingle Island.
Yes, but important note that came from the wallet mail, which we know is hinted not required. So,
Oh,
um,
well, so now we know
Tio
that
happy
Tingle
about the bow.
yeah. Oh,
Click it on his gamepad.
Island not charging enough. Luckily, you just void out spawn right back at the top. I'd imagine if you didn't void out there, this would be a very degenerate island, hop.
yes, that would
Here.
one try only. That'd
Okay,
be
so now
awful.
looks like Tio is going to outset, which we already know everything on outset. The main thing is Picto.
Um,
However, we don't know what the Great Fairy gives.
yeah, it seems like Tio's gonna be able to full clear this island. Oh, actually, he doesn't have a Knight's Crest. He didn't pick up any spoils in the dungeon, so
Yep,
that's
and he
gonna
doesn't have the bottle either.
Oh, Chroma, what a missing the ledge
Ouch.
grab.
Both runners going down to the bottom. Chroma by accident. Teo on purpose.
Oh yeah.
And struggling with storage here. That's
Yep. Just to reiterate, we pretty much only know the only useful item in Forbidden Woods is bombs. That's the
And a
only
shield.
yeah. Well,
only
shield
thing
is
that Chroma's gonna get from this.
shield
We
is
don't
only
know
so
yet for the shield.
required because you're almost
Yeah.
guaranteed a hammer and a shield and a seed with Wind Temple. We haven't seen the inside of Angular, but it's very, very unlikely that it has anything with the possibly required shield hints. So both runners getting a treasure chart 46 against their will. Oh, Teo trying to talk to Mesa, fortunately.
Yeah.
You're forgetting it was the
But
backing that up with first strike, a roll clip though. Very nice.
I imagine this is a pretty close race so far. I don't actually know what the. I would like to see what Chroma's total check count is after this dungeon compared to Teo, because then they'll be to par with dungeon count.
so I can let you know right now, mid-dungeon, the check count, Teo has 83 total checked, Chroma has 81. So Teo has a 2 check advantage mid-dungeon. And I'll give you an update after the dungeon as well.
Alright, so that would probably put Chroma slightly in the lead, since check densities are very high in dungeons.
So
And
nice first try jump for
here
Teo.
Teo
We saw it give
Teo
Joe Ash a little
realizing
trouble last time.
he can
Oh
get his
no.
spoils here.
You can. It's not guaranteed. I believe these are random whether they give pearls.
And
It's
Got
something weird. I
lucky.
believe on GameCube version it's guaranteed to get pearls from moblins, and on HD they made it RNG.
And hoping for feather as well.
I don't believe that Mothula can drop a feather. I could be completely
No.
Is it
mistaken.
only the
But he
flying ones,
doesn't.
maybe?
I believe that only the flying ones can. I've not seen even from a pearl. I have not seen a feather come from a normal Mothula.
Yeah, it cannot.
But still, this is going to be one of the checks that Chroma skipped. We're going to see this the first time now on the outset Great Fairy. I'm pulling a bomb into the cutscene. Very fun.
Yeah. I wanted to see the explosion when straight to the Great Barrier or not. Alright, so we
Chroma
know this
not
is
leaving any of these peahats alive.
Now going on a
yes, sir.
genocide around Treasure Chart 8.
Alright, it's a nothing, unfortunately.
And we know
We're
that,
just crouching.
now that was the bombs for my side there.
Yep, bombs from the stored chest.
Looks like he will commit to getting the shield. I don't know if I really like that play. You really don't need the shield, but with bow, the combat is much faster than if you had to do it with just the sword.
Alright,
Yeah.
and it looks like these runners, they're pretty much just checking the same things in just a slightly different order. So now Teo will have done Horseshoe. I can't remember if Teo has done Crescent Moon yet.
I don't think I had.
And
Yeah,
I
look,
don't think Teo's done Pirate Oasis yet. So me personally, I prefer doing those pretty early because you can save scum them in the water back to the island you came from, meaning they can be cleared very, very early and very quickly. So sometimes it's
That's
pretty
true.
nice because you can just check them super fast, and if you get something good, then it helps a lot. I think I'm trying to remember. One of them had. Which one had the? I don't know if they had anything. I don't think either of those islands had anything crazy.
uh, So Private Oasis
Oh,
was the hint. That was
Private Oasis, that's
delivery
right.
bag, but
Right. So
neither
yeah,
runners
Private
found
Oasis had
mail.
delivery bag, which is path to Calidemos, which means it must lead to grapple. So I can
Well,
imagine it'd be pretty useful to try to go there pretty soon for Tio.
yeah, it's
Theo
not
finally getting his feather.
necessarily, or I guess, yeah, since Private Oasis is path, it could be interior, but
It could be,
you
but the
need, yeah.
likelihood is it actually cannot be interior because interior requires grapple, and we know that because Private Oasis leads to the grapple, the interior cannot lead to grapple.
That's a very good call, actually.
So yeah, the item cannot be locked behind the item itself. Alright, so now Tio going to Dragon Roost. I believe that makes Tio the first runner to go to Dragon Roost.
Yeah.
And this can be a full clear, actually, except for grapple. Unfortunately, can't do the dungeon. The island itself can be full cleared, though.
Yeah.
Now,
So I do like this play. I would like to see Tio go to Private Oasis as soon as possible, but this might not matter too much.
yeah, with Sphere Zero being so large, you can hope Dragon Roost has something. I'm not sure. I saw Tio pick up a feather. So we'll have to
He
Tio
see.
did.
did, I
And
believe.
Did.
playing golf, he did.
Okay,
Yeah.
very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, there is a very not obviously known feather that you can get on Dragon Roost from killing one of the birds that's super high up with the boomerang while in the boat. Or with the bow.
Yeah, that one is tricky. I did not go for it. Also, everyone missed it. Me also, I also missed it, but I did not get the chest on the platforms. Big at horseshoe. I
Oh,
just fell
yeah.
over.
That's
Oh,
a
you
great
just
point.
forgot. Ooh.
Just warped away and left. That was a fire and
When
ice arrows left behind.
We know that that has a bow, so Tio could have had fire and ice arrows by now.
Yeah,
so Chroma for going for chest storage.
Yeah.
Yep.
very nice.
Gets it with an interesting strat, using the bomb push to not reslash the sword, but then blows up on his own bomb, saving absolutely no time. Um, one of my personal favorite strats. But the storage boss key skip, nice, just able to walk straight through the door.
Yep. Tio using chest storage to climb up this chest in Dragon Roost. This is also a storage-only strategy. There's a really interesting and kind of dumb way you can do an item slide to skip a little bit without storage. Kind of nice part of storage being added. Okay, so another bottle. So Tio ends up getting a bottle in a completely different way from Chroma.
Yeah, I believe that was Northern Fairy, like the first check of the or second check of the seed. But Grandma, unfortunately, pretty useless this seed as well. I believe she had a skull necklace, which Tio also already
Also,
has.
I did watch Teal's paw when doing this race, and I did notice him missing the platform chest.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
really?
I did tell him in his chat, even though I knew you couldn't see it, but I just
Oh
wanted him to
no.
know I saw.
Tom, the only one to notice that the platform is left behind. But we'll
Yeah,
see.
I heard him from my screen. That's why I remembered.
Yeah, Hoskett looks like he had nothing there, another piece of heart, so that's the only spoils that hasn't been checked yet. And it looks like spoils was just pretty useless. So he's still gonna have to go back, and we'll likely see him clear those at Windfall, but we know they're all gonna lead to nothing now.
And also, another interesting interaction that pretty much always comes up is that we know that you can't get grapple from Hoskett's girlfriend in the mail. Ooh, a nice bait bag from Chroma from the mail.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if that
Um,
we
so I'm not sure if that does anything. Maybe it does.
it. So we know Cliff Flat's out of logic. We could see runners use the bait bag for Bird's Peak, but that's so slow.
That
Say
is
Chrome.
very slow. You can also super swim the chest storage to Bird's Peak. I do see that come up occasionally.
Tio picks up a Triforce shard. Oh, I missed the Kalidima shard.
And also a sword.
Oh yeah, and picked up a sword as well from the other spiky chest. So
So we
Hopper
know
kind of loaded.
Deluxe Picto box. So we know where the second Picto is.
Yeah.
right? Teo
Oh.
doing this really cool item storage strat. Chroma trying to swim off of a beetle and just giving up.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
a very hard super swim. Easily
That's
the
completely
hardest super swim.
fair.
now we do know, unfortunately, Greatfish is hinted dead. Otherwise, we could see a Greatfish super swim from Tio this seed.
I would have totally done a great fish super swim.
Yeah, we're talking about the hardest swim in the game. And I think that's maybe one of the only harder ones.
Well, there is one at Bird's Peak that is absolutely horrible.
Oh, yeah, that's a great point. Bird's Peak is. I've done that swim I think once ever to get in the water and did not control my speed.
Now Chroma going to Dragon Roost. Man, these runners are just basically doing the same islands.
Team Green.
So I'm trying to think. The fire and ice disadvantage is kind of huge though, because we know Needle Rock has a hinted hook shot. So I can imagine we see runners go there. They would have gone there much sooner. Needle Rock being one of the best islands to save scum off of and continuously swim.
Also, nice strat from Chroma here for the lag reduction. On
Oh,
camera.
I did not notice. What did Teo get from that? Nothing.
that I believe that was Deluxe Pick
The
though.
bottle.
Or no, I
It
missed that
was,
earlier.
it was.
Or yeah, it was Deluxe.
Bottom was on, yeah. Bottom was on DRY.
Chroma is
and,
going for the bottle. I didn't
yeah.
think which one was. we're
Tio,
talking
taking
about.
some. I am considering warping to Forsaken Fortress. The cursor maybe stuck up there. Not sure what
Yeah, it
happened.
was.
Oh, very unfortunate.
Yeah, so the way it's implemented is that if you press the cardinal direction, it works, but if you kind of wiggle your stick around, it just kind of doesn't. Yeah, I was kind of
Alright, this
confused
is
about that.
Teo's second windfall trip. Now I get to see what Deluxe Picto Box leads to.
Alright,
Money.
nothing.
I didn't notice
Chroma
before.
halfway to bottle percent now.
Yeah. Before picking up that orange rupee, the runners were only 2 rupees apart. There's a 333 and 335. But now Tio solidly ahead in the money battle.
Oh, yeah.
And we know the Chew Man
Who
will
let him
not
cook?
cook this seed. We're gonna let him cook.
Yep.
But he's cooking
Who let
nothing.
him?
Oh, and Tio on his personal tracker just unmarked the horseshoe platforms, so saving himself from a possible DNF and realizing that he left his bow behind.
I don't think I'm gonna check that for a little while, just because it's not really something I want to go back for.
Luckily, you can just super swim there. You don't actually need the boat, which is
Yeah.
really nice, actually.
Still kind of
But
out
it
of
is
the
a
way
pretty
for
fast trip.
2 platforms.
Yeah, I don't think it's very out of the way. I think it's something you can check at any point.
Yeah, it's 2 checks.
Then again, I'm
also.
the one who just started to super swim, so
And Haas's
my
girlfriend also
routing
having
logic is not
money.
there yet.
Yeah, that's officially every spoils check dead. That's really disappointing. Um, Seeing how much was invested into the spoils and not having absolutely nothing but heart pieces and rupees.
I mean, both
Trying
runners
to-
haven't checked pocket mail, so that could also be a thing, I believe.
I just checked that. That's what I just got out of the
Oh,
mail.
okay,
That's the last
I
one.
see.
But yeah, heading.
Alright, so we know Needle Rock's gonna be a hook shot. I can imagine it's gonna be this chest.
And your imagination would normally be correct, but somehow it's a cheese. So Needle Rock is stacked.
Okay, so then it's gonna be inside the cave. Now, Diamond Step is in logic. So
And I believe that was also hinted a piece of the Triforce. So
yeah, I can imagine sailing to Diamond Step. This is probably the best time to do it.
Yeah.
yeah, especially since we saw. I think Horseshoe may have been a better time earlier, but I don't mind warping to Forbidden Woods. But this would definitely be the best sailing opportunity.
Though unfortunately, it's very nice to super swim off Needle Rock. It's one of the easiest islands in the game to super. but it's just so awkward to get to Diamond Step. There are other ways. There is Ghost Ship, one of those random niche ways to get to it,
And
but it doesn't come up very often.
looks like not sailing a
So it
diamond
looks
step.
like, yeah, going somewhere else.
That could work out with the safety save. Maybe he'll go back. Not sure. Um, but it goes to Ice Ring. That's 3 checks. I find most of the time you're not going to save Scum Ice Ring. I feel like there's almost always one spiky here. It's been a while since I've seen a completely dead Ice Ring. But
And the arrow going completely through the head there, but still hitting it somehow.
Tio again getting wrecked by the little piggy a little bit. Unfortunate. But we saw Loudscapes had some disasters with these little pigs earlier this week. But Tio avoids it all and picks up what we know is unfortunately the Hurricane Spin. A little teabag there. Oh, and I didn't see what happened at Tio there. Was that a...
He was
My
splooshed
plan
on an island.
And my
On a
plan was to, so I went a super swim and then I thought, okay, why not save scum? So I tried to go back to Windfall, which, yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh, so he splooshed going back on Owenfall. Okay.
Yeah.
Spiky just here, a nice ring.
And not
Mirror
saving,
shield. First
Yep.
mark.
Huh.
even though you wanted to save Scum.
Yeah.
Now,
So Earth Temple not in logic. It's possible that we don't actually know if shield is required. So that might have actually been a dead ice ring. Very
yeah,
likely.
very likely with that possibly required hint with the first shield.
I don't believe Chroma has checked Angular at all.
No, we haven't seen either runner go there yet. The Sphere
Very
Zero,
interesting.
Let's see what
actually.
Tingle has.
Yeah, it is
And-
Fear Zero.
And we do know Tingle's gonna be dead thanks to the mail hint. So this is a bit of a waste of time from Tio.
Definitely Tio
Money.
kind of missing that hints.
But oh, and save scumming it. So Tio losing his opportunity to be ahead in the rupee battle as well.
Actually, I think I saved from that, which was
Oh.
kind of a stupid plan, but if I tried to
He
teleport,
did save.
yeah. No, actually it was stupid save in any case.
Okay, so I take it back though. You are winning the money battle, so that's
Oh yeah, no,
That's-
I did
that's
that
the-
for the money.
I think Chroma just tried to clip there or something. I don't really know what Chroma was trying, but eventually gave up and just item slid across.
Yeah, definitely
Zero check. It's
some
a sword.
micropathing that doesn't save any time, and then messing up some more movement inside paw print. This is this is just not what you want to see.
So Tio now finally checking Private Oasis, gonna pick up a delivery bag. But we've gotten nothing from in the delivery bag so far. No letters. That's not very likely. There's a lot of letters. And we know that it's gonna be path to go to Kalidimos, which must lead to grapple. It's just kind of unfortunate, and both runners struggling to find a grapple. We're kind of just dead in the water until we find that. Unless somehow, I believe Skullhammer would open up Wind Temple.
I believe it would. Skullhammer's all the runners need, and we talked about Windfall to DRC. If that ended up being Command Melody or Iron Boots or something else, that could be some really unfortunate logic with a late DRC. But
Yeah,
of course
Windfall
it's
had Leaf, which could be the DRC, but don't know, actually.
yeah. The longer this goes on, we're just gonna runners praying for something in the mail, but it's really we're not gonna be sure yet until they find something.
Yeah, this could end up being a slugfest through Overworld until either runner finds either grapple or the Skullhammer, honestly.
Yeah, and speaking of the overworld, I didn't actually give you that overworld locations check at after Forbidden Woods, so I'll give you right now. Tio just hit 100 locations checked, and Chroma just hit 110. So there's a 10 check lead right now for Chroma. But
Okay.
Wow.
I think the it's what's really gonna hurt is the missing the fire and ice arrows. Getting to check Needle Rock and Ice Ring back to back was very fast, and also just Tio missing a check dense island on Horseshoe, having a double dip. That's gonna be so far. I think that's the biggest mistake of this routing.
Yeah, so far it's really just been forgetting a few things and some errors with super swimming and just general overall execution. I definitely think Tio's decision making has been so far decent, but just kind of just making some mistakes here and there have added up.
Yeah.
Okay, now going to Horseshoe, remembering to go back.
And how much I
And
can
this will lead to fire and ice arrows.
I think it's interesting. We found one of our bows was from Bomb Mail, Bomb being in Forbidden Woods. So I don't think Fire and Ice is actually going to lead to the grappling hook. Um, I'm not sure of the logic. We don't know where that third bow is, but it seems quite unlikely here that Creep's going to have a grappling hook or anything related.
Yep. I mean, still, even a Skullhammer would be very, very nice here.
And it's money.
And this seed has been very slow so far.
Yeah, we were able to get into
Yeah.
Forbidden Woods almost instantly, and then everything else is just slowed down to a crawl.
It's just been overworld after overworld. Both runners hitting the same bottleneck.
Tio finally getting his fire and ice arrows. Very nice.
And I can see he on his personal tracker just marked off Needle Rock and Diamond Step. So likely committing to the swim, and we're gonna see if Diamond Step or not the swim, the sail after Needle Rock. We're gonna see what Diamond Step has in store.
Yep, that I believe that's fine routing. Needle Rock is one of the very few islands that's near Diamond Step. The other one being Horseshoe.
Yeah. I believe 5 star is also quite close, but if you find yourself on 5 star, you have to ask yourself some other questions about how you got there. Finally seeing Angular. It looks like it is a spiky Sphere Zero,
Using
but
shot to get. Yeah, unfortunate checking this super late, knowing that it's a spiky. Really would have really kind of Chroma's probably kicking himself for not coming here a lot earlier.
yeah, we're gonna end the inner chest being dead. So,
Okay, so yep, that shield
ice.
that meant Ice Ring had nothing.
And Tio picking up his Triforce shard, and he's gonna be getting his hook shot in the inner cave
To get his
now.
hook shot.
With a little bit of trouble falling back in the water, but
And Tio knows that he's going to get hookshot here, which is why he decided to go to Diamond Step next, I can imagine. Alright, so Chroma's storing this chest. I'm imagining this is going to go to Bird's Peak.
You can speak.
yeah, it would hard to justify going anywhere else at this point. Because Bird's Peak, without having the grapple can be behind Bird's Peak. Unfortunately,
Yep.
actually, I'm
Ultimate
not sure if
troll.
that's true because we saw bait bag behind Orca. So I think actually logically, um, that's a little bit of a mistake for it, the grapple cannot be at Bird's Peak. Just realizing now. Um,
Could still be
that's
Skullhammer.
yeah, it could still be a nice check. So we'll have to wait and see. And
This swim is miserable when you get bad water RNG.
yeah, unfortunately, just clipping straight through the island as soon as he got in the water. Chest storage, a little strange sometimes, and Tio instantly
Tio
voiding.
is struggling too, yeah.
But oh, was that a possible void strat just to get in the boat faster?
Maybe.
Sure. We'll
I was
call it
planning
that.
on going there to begin with.
And Chroma, you can see based on the way the camera zoomed out a couple times, hitting neutral twice in that swim. Um, I don't think that's making it to bird
Ooh, he
speed.
might not make it. This is low speed. This is really close. Okay, getting finally a decent ESS. Looks like he'll make it.
Yeah, but
That at the end required very close to perfect ESS to make it. So
yeah, but unfortunately, this is not Bird's Peak. This is still just Cliff
yeah,
Plat.
and this is not. This is dead.
Yeah,
So
so
Chroma now making some routing errors. Teo might have a chance to catch up a bit after this.
yeah, having to commit to Cliff Plat Swim in order to try
Ooh,
to
this
save his
is.
chest storage dreams.
Oh yeah, so I'm assuming he came here because he didn't have enough speed to make it.
Yeah, it's the only way of not just completely giving up on the strat.
Yeah,
But
Teo might be starting to knock on the door a little bit. If Chroma struggles with the swim for long enough, finally
yeah,
going.
and
Another bottle. Okay, well, that's not very good for a diamond step. We do know it has a shard, but still not helping very much.
but I do want to point out important thing stored on Angular, sent in the mail now was Note to Mom, the first delivery bag item. So that could end up being
That
really
very
important.
much could lead to grapple.
And yeah, Tio picking up his hinted shard, the extra bottle not doing much for him.
Note to mom on Angular. Man, that's if this ends up leading to grapple, that's that I would say that'd be a pretty big misplay to be getting it this late.
Mr. Tracker not
Yeah.
tracking things. Where's not tomorrow?
Oh, my bad, my bad. Um, it's crazy to think. And then there's another thing in the
Oh, and
mail.
Maggie's letter.
Maggie's letter.
Yes.
So
Getting 2 letters.
that's a great sign. But you have to imagine, Chroma doesn't know that Tio doesn't have Angular. It's a Sphere Zero check. So at this point, the fact that both runners left it for this long is kind of astounding. And um, at this point, just trying to get inside the runner's head, especially since I know what I was thinking. I was very nervous that Tio found that note to mom letter, like instantly. That's a very early Sphere
Yeah.
Zero sometimes.
I do know some runners who wait on Angular because they're trying to full clear it, but full clearing Angular is very rare from my experience because the inside requires two. Oh, there it
And
is.
there
Yep,
it is.
there's the grapple. That was from Note to Mom.
That was from note to mom.
So yep. So now we figured out the private oasis to delivery bag. Which then led to mailing note to mom, which led to grapple, which is path to Kalidimos, because we got Leaf Sphere 0. So
It's crazy to think, the top of private chest, a glitch sphere 0, runners only need an item sliding item to get that, which when we start with the boomerang. And then note to mom, actual sphere 0 at the top of Angular. So we could have had grapple within the first few minutes, but
yeah, actually, Jagger's Cavern could have been the first dungeon. Actually, I think it should have been the first dungeon.
yeah, I believe Forbidden Woods is just as likely, just because the leaf was also sphere 0. They both open up at the same time. Um,
And that's one of the beauties of Rando, being able to go out of logic and doing things. This is 50 minutes in, when this could have been 5 minutes in.
that's absolutely absurd.
Also, for Angular, there is a strategy to get the second chest, the cave chest, using only the mirror shield. It's very obscure, takes time, but you can.
Oh yeah.
You can.
Yeah, I think it's not very slow either. Yeah, you don't need any leaf or hookshot at all.
Yeah,
Yep.
but you still need to enter the cave, which you won't get without having an item
You do
slide
need
item.
an item sliding item to enter the cave, but other
Yeah.
than that, you just need the mirror shield.
Yeah, once you have an
That's
item
right.
slide item, you can just slide up the sides of the cave and grab the chest in 2 seconds.
But Mirror Shield is quite a difficult item to get early. So, I don't think I almost have never seen someone full clear Angular both chests. I usually see people get the top chest, look inside, peek it, and leave.
Yeah, it's interesting. I saw, yeah, obviously Chroma got to full clear at this seed with Angular, but that was not the right
Chroma getting
choice.
more keys. I'm not sure why Chroma's getting. Chroma really only needs 1 key for
Yeah.
doing this
Logically, it
backwards
had to be a small key too, so...
Not necessarily. It could have been a big key.
yeah, the likelihood is pretty high, though, that it's a small key.
If it was 2 key chests
Teo falling
on the
down. Does
first
Teo not have...
on the
Oh,
first
Teo doesn't
layer.
have grapple!
Oh no,
Yeah.
he has to drown and
Oh,
try
no.
again.
Yeah, so it looks like Chroma's really running away with this. I can imagine this is Chroma's game to lose.
You mean Teo's game?
Uh, no, the English expression
Oh.
it would go the other way.
Okay, okay.
Oh, a
English hub.
spiky here.
Hello,
I'm
French woman
imagining
there.
Chroma's going to be able to get into Wind Temple fairly soon.
Yeah,
I'm
if-
imagining there's a very high likelihood that Skullhammer is going to come up pretty soon.
Ghost ship chart.
Ghost ship.
That's a fun little check.
Yeah, and I believe, except for Beetle, Chroma has not checked any of Great Sea's check.
He did get salvage at a horseshoe, or
Okay.
paw print horseshoe, but it led to absolutely nothing. So both runners missing Cyclos and the ghost ship.
Yeah, we don't have any hints regarding the Great Sea, I don't believe, or path hints.
No,
Yeah.
they're quite slow checks. I like to avoid them if I can.
Yeah, I think we're done with all the path hints, I believe. We don't know anything else.
Yeah, there's still the 2-eye check that or hint that could come into play.
Yeah. Oftentimes, 2-eye doesn't give me any valuable information, unfortunately.
Yeah.
A nice early aggro strat on the DRC mini boss, foiled by pulling a bomb and blowing up
Blew
the
himself up.
the goblins. But speaking of that 2-eye hint, I noticed Teo sailing. I don't see what that island is in the distance. Doesn't look like 2-eye actually. Is that angular? What is that?
It is angular.
It is angular. Okay, just
Gonna
sailing
sail to
over
Angular.
from Ice Ring. Light
Yeah,
arrows.
that's
Wow.
interesting. I think that's a pretty good play from Teo. Opting to see sailing is still decently fast if it's one quadrant. Opting to do this so that he can save his warp for later. And that was light arrows from Chroma. Okay, so Chroma still needs quite a bit of cheese, but all the bows and needs one sword.
Yeah, and we still don't even know where the hammer is, so it could take a while to get into Wind Temple. We've seen one bottleneck this seed, we could see another, but
Good. Though I am heavily inclined to believe. Oh, Chroma getting wrecked. I'm heavily inclined to believe that DRC is somehow going to lead to the Skullhammer. That's just my gut. My gut instinct tells me that.
I respect it. And we found another spiky chest, and we did see Kremo run past one spiky in the boss room, so quite a stacked dungeon. It seems like if either runner had come to Angular just much sooner, that would have been a great choice.
Right, so Chroma now needs 4 more pieces of cheese. Now we know 2 are going to be from the dungeons. That really only means that Chroma needs 2 more cheese and one sword, and of course, well, actually, fun fact, don't actually need the Skullhammer to do any of Wind Temple. It's pretty obscure. Well,
Speaking of,
and
Yeah.
Chroma knows it. Chroma knows it. Basically, we can just see a big dungeon rush from here, I can imagine. And actually, that does put Wind Temple pretty low in Sphere. So I can imagine Wind Temple has a pretty high likelihood of goodies.
yeah, it's quite absurd to think if runners went from Windfall to Angular to top of Private, they would have
Yep.
every single dungeon open in 15
Yep.
minutes.
Yeah, and what's crazy about those checks is that those often can be done extremely early. Angular and top of Private Oasis can be done immediately right off the rip from Windfall.
So
And then from there, you can just warp to Dragoners. And if you had the... Which I believe the spoils was also very early, so we could have seen a full clear of Dragoners right off the rip from both runners.
yeah, and I noticed Tio picked up. Oh, there's his note to mom now. I was gonna say he picked up his letter, but he's not chasing this path hint.
Yeah,
Um,
so Tio's about to get his grapple as well.
or
Interesting, mailing before getting the cutscene. So basically storing the cutscene, having it
oh,
play after mailing the letter.
That was very intentional.
Oh,
and that-
Chroma's gonna go ahead and try to open this chest while it's on fire. I
but
believe this is doable.
unfortunately, it is. I did send
But
you
it
a video. You should check
doesn't
it out.
even have anything though.
But
Wait,
it doesn't
why?
have
Why is
anything.
what is Chroma doing? We're getting a
Well,
nice little +1 on a chest.
the cute little +1, and then
Why are we opening this chest? Now we're teabagging the chest.
yeah, that was one of the lowlights of this scene. Completely forgetting to peek the chest. A little overzealous to
He
try that
did
strat.
that. I don't believe Chroma did Southern Fairy. Did Tio get anything from Southern Fairy? I wasn't really paying attention.
Looks like a
I don't think.
Triforce chart or a treasure chart.
Okay,
But
so nothing from that.
concerning to see once again not checking his mail. Um, not making it nighttime. So note to mom is in the mail.
DD44.
Yep. I believe that's just a misplay. There's not really much of a reason to wait to open that mail.
But we are going to see him go to 2i, pick up the extra hints, which I believe last race seed we saw it give an identical hint to something that Coral had. It was completely useless, but hopefully it's a little better this time.
Yep, and Chroma using chest storage to get into Dragoner's Cavern. Boss, basically you can just squeeze right past the door. And
Uh-oh.
I imagine Chroma goes straight to Wind Temple from here.
It would be hard to justify anything else at this point. There's sometimes a debate between runners whether you want to try to go mode a dungeon or just rush the dungeon. But looking at Chroma's tracker, there are 28 locations accessible and 31 remaining in the seed. So the only checks not accessible are the two in Hyrule and whatever is behind Moblin's letter. Everything else is open. So um, to bet against a dungeon here seems a little unwise. You would be in the overworld for so long.
Yeah. Generally, the best dungeon to bet against is pretty much Earth Temple, from my experience. It's hands down the slowest dungeon in the entire game to full clear, but go mode is actually decently fast for Earth Temple, which means the payoff for full clearing is often a giant risk.
Yeah, that's a great point. We have seen some of the async seeds come down to a dead Earth or an unhinted dead Earth temple, and the possibility of go mode. Oh, and we got a
Oh, a nice hint from 2i, from Tio. So we know that Great Sea has Moblin's left. I don't think anybody has checked Cyclos.
no, but Cyclos
Or
and
Ghost
Ghost
Ship.
Ship both on the
Yeah.
table. Now we know Ghost Ship is in Dragoner's Cavern. That was the under rope bridge check. So Tio doesn't have access to Ghost Ship just yet, but
So unfortunate if that is what that hint was saying. And again, Tio not having grapple won't be able to check it. Also, Chroma going for a nice little storage shot on Goma. Saves a few seconds.
and you have Tio going straight for Cyclos.
Oh, interesting.
So-
Save warping on this. Okay. That's another way you can get to Cyclos. I prefer Shark Cyclos because
I
you could just
agree.
enter an exit beetle.
I believe
This
Northern
works too.
Northern Triangle has a salvage core, so if you haven't picked up salvage core, it's a pretty nice 2-in-1. But I believe Tio has picked up salvage core already.
I don't think so.
I guess not. Oh, he did warp away from Horseshoe. And he did the item slide jump at.
I see.
Yeah, he did the item slide jump at Paw Print. So he's been to 2 islands with salvage, but there's a third one.
Interesting.
And that's the.
What are you guys doing?
Commentating a match.
Yeah, we're commentating a match right now. See what's in the mail.
Who's winning?
Chroma's up by quite a bit.
Yeah.
Alright, so nothing in the mail.
Sure.
Let's see what Cyclos has here. This is gonna be. If this is Moblin's letter, Tio could be convinced that this is the delivery bag hint to grapple, but It's just still really unfortunate to see him leave this note to mom in the mail, knowing it has the grapple.
Yeah, Chroma going straight to Wind Temple. This is not very surprising. Still, I don't think we've seen so far anybody do Wind Temple without the Skullhammer. It'd be really interesting to see, but I don't think it's going to come very often. It seems pretty niche.
No.
I've never had it come up for me.
It does seem like an interesting strat. A little teaser. Obviously, this is still the season one race settings, but a little teaser for season two. We're experimenting with some dungeon entrance rando, and I've seen runners cook up some strats to get into Wind Temple early. And again, this is a seed where it probably would have been very useful, um, but we might see that in the coming months more and more. So falling down. We know that chest is dead. There's no reason to ever be down there, but just missing the item slide
Crouching
jump.
to avoid the fireballs, though. I like that.
Yeah, that was a funny strat. And
Alright, Teo going to Islet. I don't think
Teo's
we've seen
struggling to get into Islet. Finally getting it.
But unfortunately, once again, we know this is not going to lead to grapple. So... Or Skullhammer. So I can imagine this is still in Chroma's favor.
yeah, you gotta think logically. Both bombs and power bracelets were in Forbidden Woods, so neither of them could lead to the grappling hook either. So, a check at Islet, Star Island, these are not going to pay off. And Tio should know that, but um, if this is just a seed where you end up full clearing so often, you can't really fault too much of the pathing. We're probably going to see runners go to most islands anyway, with how much cheese is left in this overworld. Let's see. Now it looks like Theo's, again, checking the bomb checks. We know this can't lead to grapple because of where bombs and power bracelets were, so...
Unfortunate. And Star is a pretty slow check, too.
Now there's a spiky chest in Wind Temple, so we have at least one spiky. We found one thing, but there are many times where this dungeon just ends up being so fruitless. And you have to wonder, with such a big overworld, who's gonna... Neither runner's really found much of anything in the past, like, 5-6 minutes.
Alright, Chroma getting a key. I wonder what kind of key we're gonna get. We're hoping that it's a small key. We don't actually want to get the big key. Alright, very nice. So now Chroma doesn't actually need any more keys in Wind Temple.
Yeah, it's very, very fast to skip one of the small keys. And then the big key is, I know recently from one of the races, Chroma missed the storage boss key skip and had to go all the way back. So it could be a little scared of that strat.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit spooked trying to get the boss key. Unfortunately, getting another small key, so...
Yeah, and
Not
more
really
P hat
confident in the boss keys,
destruction.
what it looks like.
Oh yeah, my balloon was stuck up
But-
here.
Nice first try jump and roll clip for the Songstone skip. That's one that definitely can
pretty
cause
precise.
issues.
Very precise jump. Probably one of the most precise jumps in the entire game, actually.
See, and nothing behind that chest though.
Yeah, unfortunate. Really should have just save warped from here instead of killing everything.
And taking
it's-
an extra bonk on the wall to add insult to injury.
Yeah, it's quite a bit slower to backtrack here versus save warping. Looks like Chroma prefers to spawn Makar by leaving the mini boss.
Yeah, that's definitely. Oh, and that's bottle number 3. Yeah, I
Alright.
definitely misplayed a little here. Usually like to go into the mini boss, then get Makar, then go to this room. But That's okay. Wind Temple, it's a matter of seconds. And oh, Tio finding another bottle. Oh, that's the northern bottle.
Yeah, that's another bottle.
That was a very early one. So Tio's getting down to only two more locations accessible in the overworld, but still
So
Yeah.
far, we've gotten nothing in Wind Temple. I
just
believe.
a bottle, which we know is dead. Um,
So actually, this is not really working out too well for Chroma. So if Tio somehow is able to, could help him save some time, though. I can't imagine it'll matter. All right, finally getting grapple for Tio. Tio very upset. It looks like
taking
about
it out on the
that.
camera. Oh
Oh
no.
yeah. Well, that's
It's like
understandable,
Tio's
but
gonna be going to Dragon Roost, I'm assuming. Finish his second dungeon, but Chroma's already done all of that and more.
yeah, Chroma is up 2 dungeons right now. It's not looking good.
Nope.
The Wind Temple continues to have nothing. But unfortunately,
Yeah,
that doesn't mean a whole lot since we know Tio is going to have instant access to Wind Temple as well. We might see Tio
Really?
dungeon rush into nothing as well.
He might not go Wind Temple though, and if he does, that might actually help. Unfortunately, I was quite wrong about my. So far, I've been pretty wrong about my prediction for.
I mean, you did predict the hammer in DRC. That you did predict that correctly. So
I did. You can't get it all right, I guess. But there's
Yeah.
still quite a few more checks in Wind Temple, so even one piece of cheese makes it all worth it. It can be pretty frustrating to go all the way through an entire dungeon just for the very last check to be a piece of cheese or a sword.
Alright, I'll go grab dinner. See ya.
see you, Tio.
Yeah.
Good luck on commentating.
Thank you.
Hopefully I'll win this.
Good luck. Another dead chest, and then the Seven Nation Armos.
So it looks like only 2 more checks left.
Oh.
I could not really
Oh.
see.
He gets wrecked by his own bomb, and that's the big key.
Save
co-
warping.
Okay, so checks the one of the blue chests, but then commits to skipping the big key. Interesting routing. Um,
Yeah, very
but
interesting to save warp instead of killing all the enemies in the room. I do believe save warping is quite a bit slower.
and so not save warping from one of the fights, but then save warping from the other fight, mixing up which one's fast and which one's slow. That's sad to see.
I don't think it's gonna matter too much. Chroma's up by a lot, so
I do think, especially that fight, the Armos fight, after getting destroyed by my own bomb, I did not want to try to redo that fight.
Yep.
And clips out of
Alright,
bounds
last check of the
instantly,
dungeon.
and then
Oh, clipping back in bounds. Has to retry. And you have to be careful with how you time this clip out of bounds, because if you do it too early, and you don't wait for this fan, you just get knocked out of bounds.
oh no, seeing the panic set in. If you go too early, or let's see, barely makes it before the fans.
Yeah,
Oh, this was
last
a
check.
swag. I remember this. That was a cool collab.
Oh, nice. Very nice headshot. It's very hard to do.
And no matter what this chest is, we know Kermit skipped the boss key. So, we're likely going to
Yep,
see it
has to store
stored.
it. So we won't actually know what it is. Chroma nuking that bokoblin.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Is the chest gonna spawn? Uh-oh.
uh-oh. The chest just...
It just took its sweet time.
I,
This
I
room
can't-
is probably the worst coded chest in the whole game.
Alright, good to
Alright,
know that's
so-
not my fault there.
It
That's
is
just-
a spiky. The chances of it being something important is pretty high.
Yeah, at this point
It's
there's not
almost
much left in the seed, and if it is
not really.
well, it can't be Moblin's
It's
letter.
it can't be. So it has to be. It probably. And we know where all of the wallets are too. We know where Ghost Ship Chart is. I believe that has to be a cheese or a sword.
We could see
Could be a
bottle
bottle.
percent. Like, we could see full bottle percent. I believe that's the only thing left.
Oh, do we
But
not know where the other bottle is?
yeah, we're at 3 out of 4 right now.
Yeah. So it's basically what is it? 3 to 1 chance of it being cheese.
Yeah, yeah, I think those
All
odds
right.
are
So what
right.
was it? What was it?
Oh, you could see on the B button there, it was the full Master Sword. Um, so that was a useful item.
All right.
That kind of
So
makes the
just
entire dungeon worth it.
yeah, another one of those random where pretty much it never makes sense to to skip everything and just get that one check. So I can imagine Chroma will always be full clearing Wind Temple. So not really a way for Chroma to save that time back.
Yeah. Oh, an interesting point I never even mentioned, the stored chest from Dragonverse. That was Farror's Pearl that Tio picked up. Um,
Oh.
Nice one
and
cycle from Chroma.
yeah, a little bit sketchy. Missed the first slash, but backed it up and completed the one cycle. So now there are 17 locations remaining in the seed, 15 accessible, and there's one shard hinted at Diamond Step and one shard out in the wild. But actually, what we don't, if we combine what we know from Tio, we know that Moblin's letter is at the Great Sea and it's required. So
So
we
we
don't.
know where the remaining cheese are.
That should be the remaining cheese. I can't see any other logic that points to anything else.
Okay.
But we're gonna have to
So it's
see.
just a matter of time before Chroma finds that. He's up over a dungeon and a bunch of overworld checks too.
I think well, Tio definitely has the overworld advantage. Tio
Yo
has
has 3
Diamond
cheese
Step
left, literally.
and Islet and Southern and Two Eye clear and Boating Course clear. That's a huge island advantage for Tio, but unfortunately, those islands did not have anything. So,
Yep. Also forgot to mark 1 cheese for Tio.
thank you.
He's missing 3 now. And that's
Uh,
also Cabana Deed. And
so,
what's in store for Chroma?
yeah, we know Islet's nothing here. Interesting choice to go to Islet instead of something more check dense. Um, it's a fast check, but and then yeah, it didn't save at Gale Isle, so one of the worst decisions I think I made this seed. Sailing to Diamond Step from Islet. This is so slow. They are
Yeah,
they are very
it's
far
quite a bit
apart.
slow. It's funny when you pass by Needle Rock on the way and you're like,
Yeah,
oh,
I believe it's faster to warp to Outset and then sail from Outset than it would be to actually commit to this full sail. I haven't timed it, so don't quote me on that. But um, meanwhile, Tio is fighting with a fence, but finally makes it over after a few tries. Um,
I do believe you're right about the outset thing being faster.
yeah, it's sailing from Islet's very slow. And we do know, actually, I was completely incorrect. We do know where the last bottle is. And the last bottle is here in Diamond Step. Tio's third bottle is at Diamond Step. I can't remember where the bottle he's missing is. It's in Wind Temple. Okay. So we probably will see Chroma pick up bottle percents here, and that means that it actually was a guaranteed good check at the kill basement enemies.
so do we actually know where all the remaining shards are? So Chroma needs 3 more shards or 2?
I did not mark off the Mulgara cheese. My apologies for
Okay,
that.
okay. So
So
we
he
do
needs
know.
two.
So Chroma's about to get his 7th shard from here.
Should be the seventh shard, and then we know that Ghost Ship should be the required C check, which gives Moblin's letter, which at this point has to give a Triforce shard.
I,
Now,
I
Chroma
don't think
doesn't have
Chroma
that
knows
hint
that.
though. No, he
Chroma
does.
doesn't know that.
Um, So we can see it's going to be really hard just because of the full dungeon advantage, but um, there's a world where this leads to full clear. 2i is or that hint or even Ghost Ship, they're not very fast checks. Especially considering we didn't see a Ghost Ship combo with Diamond Step. That would have been one of the better opportunities to come here. Regardless, it's still just gambling at the end of the day.
Yeah, I imagine it's pretty likely this is going to be a full clear.
And Tio also going for boss key, a storage, chest storage, boss key skip, and pulls it off well. So Tio is gonna get his shard. Yeah, he needs shards from Goma, Mulgara, and then he also needs Moblin's letter, which he should know from Ghost Ship. What he doesn't know is that the sword is waiting at the end of Wind Temple. So Tio should be also on a relative path towards Go mode. If he does go straight to Wind Temple, betting on the sword being in there, he should be Go mode out of Wind Temple. But um, it's just gonna be, can he clear Wind Temple faster than probably gets the rest of the overworld, or just gets lucky? I'm not sure. But you know what I do like? Using one of the warps, going to Southern Ferry. Um, it's pretty often to see runners go straight from Southern Ferry to 2i. So if
Yep.
Chroma gets the hint here, then that's probably GG's.
Yeah, 2i has similarities with Diamond Step where there's not really a lot of good ways to get there, and you need the boat. Yeah, it looks like Chroma's gonna pretty much figure this out.
Yeah, with that hint. Now he doesn't have Cyclos, so he can get stalled out an extra check, but that's maximum
Yeah, but
like
this
three
at
more
least
checks.
eliminates the vast majority of other checks with this hint.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure nothing else has been gotten from the sea, so this should be pretty obvious. I don't think sea led to anything.
No, no. Beetle had a piece of heart. Salvage had 20 rupees. Cyclos, I can't remember for the life of me.
I don't think Chroma's done Cyclos, though.
No, we saw Tio do it, but it was not anything useful. Might have been another piece of heart.
Chroma opting for the very slow light arrow all four eyes.
Yeah, it's possible to get a collat on two of the eyes, but after you miss the collat, it's pretty slow to commit to light arrows there. Um, so definitely not the smartest choice. Oh, I forgot Tio's light arrows as well. So Tio's still missing Maggie's letter from Bird's Peak. I think that's the, and then yeah, everything else just in his dungeons, and he should know to go to Ghost Ship now.
Yeah,
But
I think Tio's about to head to Wind Temple. Yeah.
so I think this is a good choice because going to Wind Temple will send him to straight go mode after that, as long as he remembers that C hint. But
Yeah, but unfortunately Chroma knows it. So I don't see there's a way that Tio can catch this up.
yeah, they would take a disaster at this point.
If I saw correctly as well, Chroma was out or nearly out of Wind Temple when Theo found his grapple. So that was pretty much GG's right there, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's a good point. Just getting into, I think finding the sword in Wind Temple, the fact that Wind Temple has something required and going in there early versus Tio finding absolutely nothing in his overworld gamble, that definitely helped. If Wind Temple had
Chroma
absolutely
backing up a
nothing,
failed item hop. Ghost ship. I like to see that.
nice little leaf pump, it's easy backup.
Alright, so there's the Moblin's letter, and we are very close to going. About to see it from Chroma.
So getting to skip Star Island boating course that Tio did. Neither runner visiting Eastern Ferry. Um, both runners skipping something different on outset. I think is
Oh,
interesting.
hi, Anton.
Yeah, a nice Anton cameo as well at the end of the seed. And something very, very fun. So over on Bird's Peak, I stored Maggie's letter. I also sent it. So useless cutscene here. We're never gonna see what Cafe Postman had, thanks to the Moblin's letter hints, but to get an extra cutscene thanks to sending that letter really early.
Yeah, interesting sending it early versus waiting. Just
Absolutely no
another
advantage.
small. Yeah, another small thing where you don't really have to send it immediately. Not gonna matter, of course, but just another little optimization that could make
Yep.
a difference in some runs. But yep, go mode from Chroma. Gonna be heading to Hyrule and gonna be sending Tio to losers bracket.
Yeah, looking ahead, Tio's gonna face up against Loudscapes, which I think that's gonna be one of the most fun matches of the tournament to watch, just because over the course of the asyncs, they had such similar stats across like every async. Tio played a lot less than Loud, but when they did play, they had such similar times, and their averages were very close. So,
Yeah, that's gonna be a pretty interesting race.
and then um, I'm actually playing against McJari, another person I've raced maybe more than anyone else. Maybe I've raced Loudscapes more than McJari, but um, that's a race that's gone both ways many, many times.
Yeah, that's gonna be a pretty tough race. So Tio going back in bounds.
Back and bounce for the small key. I guess not wanting to
Not
leave
sure why.
just in case he wants to save scum from this boss key check,
I
maybe.
don't know what. Where is he? Oh, he's looking for some more magic, but
It's yeah, there's guaranteed
no, he
magic in
doesn't
this.
really need this magic.
He had
And I
plenty.
believe
That was
has he
interesting.
saved Grandma? I don't think he ever saved Grandma.
That's another good point. He has 3 bottles, but never saves grandma. Also, very interesting. I know I've talked to Tio about this. Muscle memory somehow doing the password skip roll clip uh kind of muscle memory, getting a rare ledge grab on that door frame. Um, very just kind of interesting muscle memory bleeding into randomizer somehow. And uh-oh. Uh,
Well, try again. Luckily, in any percent, you'd have to again, but not in rando.
nope. Instead, we get to just fly. And what would have been a failed barrier skip instead turns into or failed courtyard skip turns into getting bailed out
Yeah,
and
and that clip is way easier with the barrier gone.
Loudscape's unfortunately missing the live race and the restream, but this will be on YouTube. Um, don't worry. Hope you're doing well, Loud. Let's see. And then targets the Dark Nut. You can see, um, this could just be nerves. You know, obviously the runners having no idea where each other are, and knowing that, um, again, leaving Angular behind for so long, Tio could be anywhere in this seed, but uh, definitely some nerves creeping in on Chroma's side here.
Yeah. So, I mean, looking at the time at 1:28, I can imagine most runners are not going to be entering this time. So I can imagine probably doesn't feel too bad about entering this early.
Yeah. I can tell you, I was feeling okay. I was feeling after messing up the first slides in Hyrule, it was definitely I had to kind of while respawning, waiting for Courtyard Skip 2, tell myself to just lock in. Um, and then I targeted the Dark Knight and proceeded to not lock in, but uh, it was just a slow crawl. I did have to tell myself, yeah, I'm in Hyrule before 1:30. It can't be that bad. But Tio's put up some crazy times before, so you never know.
Yeah, I can definitely tell you from experience, the anxiety of getting to this point and not knowing and not having seen the other person finish is it definitely takes a toll on you. I can tell you that.
We're gonna see, do those nerves kick in? Most possible time loss is probably coming right here on the fight itself. If the nerves really set in here, this could be bad, but there's two. Alright.
Good fight.
Good 3-shot. Playing the second and third shots a little safe, not going for the fastest cycles, but definitely locking in a little bit. Meanwhile, oh, I missed Tio getting bottle percent there at the hub room center chest. Now we'll see the attempt at crypt shot. Gets one and gets a reset, but misses the double. The double's pretty tricky, but oh, and Tio again kind of messed up the fight a little bit, but committing to it. And I'm not sure if it's really faster once you mess this fight up. Um, it's hard to say, but also not gonna have to worry about big key skip. And a little bit of a scuffed setup for Trog with up again stuck on the wall, but he comes right back and that's a clean phase 3. This Tio, oh my god, gets an insta clip on Mulgara. Not on Mulgara, on the Wind Temple out of bounds. Nothing left to do now but climb the rope and put a sword in Ganondorf's head. Tio will be picking up his sword here. And then he should know he's go mode after that, just going to go ship to get his final, well, hinted Moblin's letter, and then that'll lead him to go.
Oh, Chroma voiding out. Unfortunate.
Yeah, not getting a tap backflip there. I'm pretty sure that was the main cause of voiding out on that one. But still commits to the mash. I've definitely seen void out and then just slowly climbing and then using the grappling hook, but just a little bit of weird movement. Take two. Alright. And then I want to keep my eyes on Tio rather than Chroma here. I've heard good things about his Mulgara 1 cycle. I really want to see this. Yeah, just no setup whatsoever. Not even holding the B button, going for a full just quick spin.
Oh,
We love
with
it,
the
Yo-Yolo.
disconnect.
And through the disconnect! Meanwhile, Chroma messed up phase 1, accidentally attacked Zelda. Um, so, no precise setup for phase 2 here. But still gets a 1 cycle. Lucky angle there. Um, and Epic Hammer Reflect to show how useless the shield really is. And that's time.
GG.
GG.
Chroma finishing with was 134
134.28. I should have stopped the main timer.
134.28. Pretty good time, actually. Skipping a decent amount of checks at the end, too.
Yeah. I'll, let me go back. Just keep it paused here. Yeah, skipped inside of private, boating course, rock spire, Star Island, Cafe Postman, Outset Ferry, and Eastern Ferry. So some very random checks, some fast, some slow. Um, just kind of really bailed out by that 2i hint at the end. And yeah, Tio makes it nighttime. He's gonna go straight for his ghost ship. He should be go mode at this point. Let me mark off that Mulgara Triforce shard. He only needs the Model's Letter one left. So we could watch Tio play this out. Um, or we know the run. Spoiler alert, for those on YouTube, these runs were not live. Sorry, here's my mouse, guys. Unlucky. Um, so we'll be able to Tio showed me some of his high roll yesterday. We can just kind of go through the highlights real quick. Um, it's his Moblin's letter, and then yeah, goes straight to Windfall and gets it. I'm just gonna skip ahead to his high roll because he had some skill issues and then some very fun high roll movements. So we're gonna show that off. Gasp not live. I'm sorry, loud. Betrayed your trust. So Tio committing to going for the swag out of bounds movement here. Um, and then gets invis-walled with zero magic. Um, really kind of unfortunate there. Has to farm magic again, but let's see. Yeah, commits to the movement though, and this time, falls back in bounds. Still has no magic, and aims too far left. Unfortunately, falls through high roll.
Uh,
Teabagging, having to farm magic a second time, and then finally
It's pretty unfortunate. You hate to see it.
commits to it though. That was pretty swag. Third time's the charm. Um, getting the cool out of bounds movement. Um, yeah, for this seed, it was really just kind of. I think if either runner went to angular really early, this could have been a very different seed. Um, if Tio had honestly just checked his letter that he left in the mail for so long, it could have been a very different seed. Um, I think I gotta chalk it up to yeah, leaving the letter in the mail is the biggest mistake, I think. If not for that, would have been very close. Because the dungeon, Dragon Roost was so stacked and it was open so early.
It was, yeah.
Tio saying in chat, committed to the movement because he knew I must have finished by then and just wanted to, swag points are valid. It's another metric. Only the audience decides. So I think Tio winning the swag point battle with that Mulgara one cycle and then the high roll movement. I think Tio definitely won the swag battle and the rupee battle. Being at 1,000 rupees for majority of the seed, getting an extra 450 from Tingle. Nothing left to do now but fight Puppet Ganon. Let me get his audio. Sorry about that. You guys were so quiet. Oh, I didn't realize he shot the rope, so I had to get a ground shot. Nice rising shot as well. Tio skipped inside of Private Oasis. Neither runner went to Eastern. Neither runner went to Cafe Postman. Neither runner did. Um, and then skipped 3 things in the mail. Apparently, I have a hard time believing that unless he just didn't mark them off. Oh no, he actually just never checked them out of Dragon Roost. Never checked Pharaoh's Pearl or I don't know what the other mail is. Maybe Hosket Girlfriend. Very nice. Alright, let's see the Trogs. Let's see if he gets any. He gets a really early stun. Oh, he got a reset. Oh my god. Almost gets double. Uh, have you ever gotten double Trog, Alberta? I'm curious. Um, you have. It's so hard.
It's very hard. The second shot is extremely precise.
Is there a consistent setup for it? I've seen Joe Ash get it a couple times, and it looks like he goes for the same thing every time. But
Not really.
no, it's so rare to even get the reset on Trog itself.
Yeah, it's still a bunch of aiming, so.
I see the grapple equip. Are we gonna we're gonna see the grapple of shame instead of grapple skip? Oh no. I mean, definitely will be saving time by not voiding his head like I did. Yeah, just committing to the grapple. That's fine. I don't know how much time grapple skip saves. Can't be more than a few seconds. And then
Oh. Swag.
Hurricane spin his way in into the gamepad disconnect combo. Again, an extra quick spin on Ganondorf as well. And yes, Loud, PG2 will still drop if you don't kill the keys. See if he gets a 1 cycle. Unfortunate. But yeah, they would get clear Ganondorf here. And oh, selfie time. Ganondorf says no selfie. There you go. Uh-oh. Half a heart and a dream, no soup. Zelda gets hit. Okay. GG.
GG.
Making me sweat there. I
Jeez.
think if Zelda shot really early, I almost feel like he would have died. But oh, Tio back in voice chat. What's up, Tio? GG's.
I'm 99% sure Chroma went faster. Let's
GG.
see.
Oh, wait, no. That wasn't you in the voice chat. That was you in the Twitch VOD unmuting. I really thought Tio rejoined. Oh no. I got pranked. That's funny.
I do have to go, so it was fun commentating.
Yeah, thank you so much, Alberto. For bringing fresh pair of eyes to this, for bringing the comms. I had a really fun time. So I'll put this up on YouTube if that's chill with you. Um,
Fun.
all right. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Take care.
You too.